you've got a tough game coming up.
Not really.
Versus the White. No, it's a tough game, right? Versus the Commanders, because the Commanders are riding high. You're going into Washington. Washington believes that they are the team that everyone says that they are, and the Bears believe that they are the team that everyone says that they aren't. Right? Like, so you've got two teams riding high right now. I think you've got two teams that have pieces of it that can kill you, but one way or another, this is going to be your first probably real test. And y'all know how I feel about Caleb Williams. You know, I think he's one of those guys that says, oh, is there a test in front of me? I bet let me go after it and get this job done, right? So I'm excited by that. But the real question is, if the Bears are buyers, or should the Bears be buyers or sellers if you come out of this game with a win or a loss? Well, really just buyers, no sellers. Should the Bears be buyers if you come out of this game with a win or a loss?
I'm only trying to buy something if I have a long-term piece. If I'm getting like an equivalent of a Montez Sweat, 26 years old, Pro Bowler type of player, then yeah. But other than that, I'm not going to make a move just to get somebody.
I mean, we talked about Hassan Reddick, Max Crosby.
He's 31.
Those names out there.
Max Crosby's 30. But Max Crosby's 26.
Yeah, now give me Max Crosby.
I don't care how old. He could be 44.
You said Hassan. He's
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan's older. Now I will go for.
Give me Hassan Reddick.
I'll take Max.
Hassan Reddick is 29.
He's 30.
No,
he's on the brink.
The other guy
no offense, but you all are on the wrong side of the ball for me. Wyatt Teller was a person we talked about, and I still believe that's a person.
Wyatt Tittle.
Like realistically, and here's the reason why. Like the success that we've seen so far. You look at
give yourself the drums.
I know, right? Hey, pat on your back.
I'm funny.
There you go, dog.
I'm funny.
So you look at the teams we played and we look at how their defenses are ranked. We've had some easy games. That's not even. That's not, hey, listen, the Panthers were ranked 23rd. Where passing yards allowed. We blew them out. The team before that, I forgot the name of. We blew them out too. Panthers. Panthers were before them.
Rams. We didn't really blow the Rams.
We didn't blow the Rams out, but we won that game. So and we know that they're going through some changes. But moving forward, though, right? The toughest team we played were the Texans.
Yes.
That is a top 5 defense. They have them ranked 4 overall. Going forward, though, we have the Vikings, who, but they blitz
solid defense. Solid defense.
Yeah. Green Bay, who they don't have them ranked high here. They have them ranked at 25th as pass yards allowed. So that's I mean, hey, listen.
It's a defense that can get after you, though.
But they can get after you. That defense is a dog. And the Lions, depending on what they do, because, I mean, there's some conversations there. If they pick up a Max Crosby or things of that nature.
That's dangerous work right there.
So that defense has been steamrolling people. I mean, look at what they did to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And that Cowboys, they have a better offensive line than we do.
Now, it's a massive blow to lose Aiden Hutchinson.
It's
a massive blow to lose Aiden Hutchinson.
But here's who we have coming up. We have them, and then we still have San Francisco coming up. So we got to play Packers twice. Vikings twice. We got to play all the divisional rivals twice. We ain't played none of them. And then we still got to play the 49ers.
Yeah.
That makes that 7-game stretch real difficult when you don't have anybody protecting Caleb, and we have teams that can really get after it, 100%. And they are a lot better than the ones we just played.
100%. I do think that makes a difference. And coming out of this game, I think this is it's not a great judge, but it's a solid judge of like, okay, do we need to add to this offensive line, or do we feel comfortable with what we have moving forward? Because it is another step up in defensive line competition. But as we talked about on the Morning Breeze, right, when you lose Jonathan Allen, that's a massive piece to not have out there. I mean, we talk about a huge blow with Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, that's a Corinne blow right there. That's a
jeez.
I mean, hey, shout out to you if you get it. You know what I mean? Shout out to you if you get it. That's a Corinne Steffens right there, shall we say? Type of blow. So I think that this is we don't know what this defensive line is going to be. Yeah. What y'all laughing at?
The well-timed dose snaps always get me. The well-timed dose snaps.
I'm just saying.
C-dub.
So I just think that, you kind of have to gauge this how you try to gauge this as much as you can, but you have to know going into the upcoming weeks
what is this guy doing?
What you basically – okay, how'd they do against this team? We got to figure out if we need something. Because to me, if you're a buyer at the deadline, I do agree with Joe, right? You kind of got to be you want to have a piece that you can have long term. You don't want, because here's my thing. while I think you sometimes do have to play chess, and if the Lions come up and say we want Mason Crosby, maybe you got to play a little chess there. It's hard for me to beat my chest and say fix the offensive line, fix the offensive line, fix the offensive line. And then you get on the other side of this thing and say go get a defensive lineman. That's just,
thank you.
I was only saying
it's tough to say. Like, I get it if you get an elite offensive lineman, but what are you giving up for that elite offensive lineman?
Right.
For Max Crosby, you're giving up 2 first-round picks.
Well, I didn't mean to stay stuck on just Max Crosby. I was just saying that was just the first thing that came out of my head.
It's a good name to get
My
stuck
point
on.
was just like,
I
don't know who the best up and coming offensive lineman to get. Why would they part with that type of guy?
Of course not.
Taylor's a guard,
right?
But
not available.
Not a center.
Taylor's a guard.
We need a center.
Yeah, but that's a 30-year-old guy. I want someone that's a building block.
Now, can I offer you this
but
argument?
I think you're not going to get a building block here.
So
But
there's
can
no
you?
point.
But I think can you get a guy? And the reason you bring up Wyatt Teller, can you get a guy that makes the line good enough for Caleb to go further than you expected him to go? Because it feels like through 6 games, he's the kind of quarterback where if you give him good enough protection, and I hate that we're doing good enough, right? That was my biggest beef last year. But unfortunately, you got bad enough talent right now. So all the best you can hope for is good enough.
And that's worth its weight in gold. I'm sorry. Like, if it's a 2-3 year rental, if you want to call it that, making sure that you're a rookie QB into his first season with really high confidence is worth it, because he has the opportunity to actually do that if we were to show up that line. There's also the possibility of him getting his teeth kicked in the next couple games. And then that totally decimates. I mean, let's be for real.
Yeah.
And then that totally decimates the progress that we've seen. And so I don't want to end this season on a low note to the point where it's like, hey, we're still sitting there like, oh, we know we got a QB, but now is he shell shocked? Now is he seeing ghosts and stuff like that? Yeah, take that 2-3 year rental and make sure that you can absolutely give him the environment to thrive. This is our franchise we're talking about. You take the gamble.
I think the thing is just make sure that the rental is worth the rental, right? Nate Davis was a 3-year rental.
And Nate Davis wasn't worth the rental.
Nate Davis was.
Right,
Davis. What you say your brother did? Davis? He was a rental that he bought the car, but the engine wasn't in it.
No, he got it from the auction, and he turned the key, and the antifreeze just poured right out. He said they had screwdrivers propping up the window since he walked up to the door. He couldn't even drive the thing off the lot.
Yeah, that was Nate Davis. That was Nate Davis. You know what I mean? That's kind of
waste of money.
That's the situation. Waste of money. So like,
CAP.
Yeah, I mean, so it makes it I think difficult if you go out and get a rental that's not worth it. But if you're taking a chance on a guy that you feel is a plug and play kind of guy, I think that's a different situation, and Wyatt Teller would be a plug and play kind of guy.
But the thing is, okay, not to necessarily be ageist, right? Because
you're definitely being ageist right now.
Well, the thing is like guys can go to about 33, 36. I mean, when you think of, there are guys that are contributors. So
I hate people over 30, Joe.
Well, that my point is that
in football it makes sense though.
That draft pick is worth at least 3 years, right?
Yeah.
The average life of an NFL line or a player is about 3 some change. So if you are able to get him and let's say this guy's 30, he makes it to 35, 36. Because take a shot. How old was half the Bears on the 06 line at least? They had a lot of old guys and so they just fell off.
Not taking another shot, Joe.
I'm just saying. How old was our line on the 2018 team?
James
Daniels.
They were young. Long. They were young. Kyle was the oldest.
Oh yeah, James Daniels was definitely.
James Daniels was young. Kyle
right?
Long.
Yeah, Kyle
I mean the human turnstile was young too.
Yeah. Definitely the blackest show.
Cody,
White hair was 27.
He was still young. That was like Pro Bowl.
Right. What was the turnstile's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He played for the Seahawks.
Talking about Leno Jr.?
No. He wasn't the turnstile. He was the pushover. Jermaine
Effetti.
Jermaine Effetti.
Yeah, when Khalil killed, and then we got him.
Jermaine Effetti is the he's that guy that you ever walk into Menards. Yeah, Jermaine Effetti's at every Menards.
Hey, listen, I just want to say this because
Jermaine Effetti's standing at every Menards.
I haven't had to do this in years. I haven't had to do this in years.
Calm the ADHD down. Leave it alone.
He was making me mad.
Nah, leave it alone.
I had to
calm
do
the
this
ADHD
They call me
down.
Petty Casanova for a reason. Now you in timeout. Now you can't say nothing for 5 minutes. Now come back and see what happens. You may not be able to say nothing for the rest of the year. Exactly. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, my point that I was making is if you can look at it 2 ways. If you're buyers, let's just say you're buyers for a big name. Like, again, we talk about Max, we talk about Hassan Reddick. Those are 2 guys you clearly want to give a lot of money to, right? So you're ultimately going in the direction of, if we're going to get something big right now, we're probably sacrificing the draft capital that we have next year, and then the next year after that. You're saying Max Crosby is worth at least 2 first-round picks, or do we go the smaller route? No, he is. But if we
Max
go the
Crosby is
smaller
worth 2
route,
first-round picks.
I'm saying,
don't get him.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. If there's a conversation there, I'm checking them out.
But we're talking about sports. It's still business.
Absolutely.
Those picks. The why it also works that we even have Caleb is that you had minimal production out of Justin Fields. You would have been paying him $20 million this year if you tagged him, and then if you said I don't want to move on, we don't want to extend him. So now we lost that on the field on the Caleb pick, and now you got to go back in the draft, try to draft a quarterback because that didn't work out.
Right.
And then or if you extended him, you're paying 45 or 30 or whatever the money that you're paying. These draft picks, if you're getting Pro Bowl caliber automatic starters, you got 3 to 4 years of cheap rookie money. So those picks are valuable. You just got to hit on those picks.
You do have to hit on them. I agree. But what I'm saying is pick a lane. If you're going the route of making a big splash now to just solidify like this defense with Max and Sweat on both sides, and you kind of take a chance with offensive line going forward because you lost all your draft picks. Okay, I'm fine with that. But then do you also do the seller route? So this is what I'm saying as far as like Ryan Post, what decision does he make? Because we know that Ryan is aggressive enough to do that.
I don't expect that second round pick to be here.
Hey, Joe, listen, I just want to ask you
What do we have
somebody
to
who
sell?
knows a lot about this.
What
If
do we
you
have to
have
sell?
a property that doesn't have a front door, why are you renovating the basement? Like realistically, we have a defense that's top 5, top 6.
I thought you was going a different route. I didn't know what you were talking about.
No,
we have a defense that's top 6 in defensive passing rating. Excuse me.
Yeah.
We dominate in rushing as well. We're top 10 in that with 7 in that one. Why are we still talking about this defensive side of the ball?
I think the question is more: can you do something that makes your team better?
Yeah.
And if you go out there and you add Wyatt Teller, does that put you in a much better situation versus going out there, taking away Max Crosby from other people if Max Crosby is available, and 2, adding a Max Crosby opposite Montez Sweat because you add in now. I'm in keep your picks for offensive linemen.
Yep.
That's the side I'm on.
Preferably,
but I understand the argument on going out and adding that because having an elite defense puts the football back in your quarterback's hand. Having an elite defense keeps your quarterback on the field more, which allows your quarterback more opportunity, especially in short fields. I mean, think about what it did for Mitch behind a offensive line, mediocre at best, right? But he was starting in short fields so many times, it was like, I just got to freaking do whatever freaking behind the back flip play Matt Nagy just drew up. And all of a sudden we just ran in a 20-yard touchdown because we were only 30 yards out.
But having a weak offensive line has you giving the ball right back. And so at the end of the day, like I'm with you, right? Whatever makes the team better, great. But we seem to be pretty good on defense.
I'm not
you actually did this video. There's a legit statistic about what it takes to have a Super Bowl caliber team. I think you said you have to have at least one side of the football top 10 and one top 5.
Oh, yeah, we did talk.
Yeah.
So right now we have the top 5 section in defense. Is our line top 10?
But you're not going to get it there.
It's a 21.
That's the thing.
21.
20.
You're not going to
competent line play put us top 15 because that's a deep playoff run based off that
line
video.
is also part of the whole offensive side
but the
of
problem is you're not going to get that piece that does that for you. Now, does it get you closer? Maybe, right? And I think the other part about this is that we're not talking about. The other part about this that plays into this as well is how much impact does Ryan Bates coming back add to this offensive line? Is he your starting right guard? Is he your starting center? Right? Does he have enough of a rapport built up with Caleb Williams for him to be your starting center? I think that you have to have that conversation as well in all of this, because if I'm going to be a buyer, right, and I think Ryan Bates is my fix, maybe you try and put him in for this game in some capacity. I don't think you just throw him out there, but if he's ready to come back off of IR and you throw him out there and he's good, right? I think because the deadline is November 5th, which is
3 weeks.
2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
So you would get a couple of games in there, right? Like if he's good, then you say Wyatt Teller added to this improves us at that right guard position. Now we got 4 out of 5 pieces that we feel are solid, and we just got a question mark with Braxton Jones. So I think there's still questions that have to be answered, and I think that's why I said if you win this game, if they beat Washington, right? Because I think you feel at 5-2, all right, we got some answers.
I would say that it's the quarterback play that's making them that much better. The offensive line really has been moderately improved, but the quarterback is getting better. The skill position players are coming back. Keenan being back is huge. That's those third down conversions that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, even Swift is running better. Like the offensive line can't make him see a cut better, in the open field. Because there were times when Swift was like he's not.
He just wasn't seeing it. But that doesn't. But no, to that point though, and J-Mac said this as well. He was getting hit so much in the backfield, you could tell he was seeing ghosts. We always attribute seeing ghosts only to the quarterback position. He was getting hit so often in the backfield that you could tell that he was also seeing ghosts because, right, you see that edge sealed up for DJ Moore seals the edge up. Should have been an easy run in, and he cuts it up too early. Yeah, because he's expecting to get on the other side of that ball and get lit up.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think the true barometer, and I know the topic is after week 7. But I don't look at Washington as that team to judge our O-line on anymore.
Well, the problem is you're running out of weeks after that.
I know. Right?
It's not about can you judge based off of that, but you're running out of week. The week after that, you play the Cardinals.
I think
defensively, I'm not worried about that front.
The first game, I mean, you got to buy or sell before then, right? Or make a move before then.
Yeah, you got to make a move before that.
The Packers on the 17th, and then the 49ers are really the teams that are like, you look at that and like, do we really have something here? Because everyone else, like as far as their pass rating and everything like that, their defense against the pass, they're on the same par almost with the Panthers. Like the Commanders are ranked like 2 spots ahead of the Panthers. Yeah. It ain't great.
No,
talk about defensively.
Defensively,
oh yeah. Pass defense. Caleb Williams should have 4 touchdowns versus defense.
Yeah, so like
the real question is
test realistically.
You know what? I think the test is this is more of a test of is your team able to handle the hype? Is your team able to deal with the hype that's standing across from you from something that's also hyped up? Because we haven't been in the moments. Yeah. We haven't been good in those moments. The prime time, you got to move to prime time.
Yeah.
You haven't been good in those moments. Flus hasn't coached well in those moments, right? Like those are the things that you right, the test that you're really trying to get answered out of this game. Because realistically speaking, the Commanders are kind of a team that I can look at them and go, the Bears should be able to dog walk.
Yep.
Caleb Williams should be able to pass over. With no Jonathan Allen, there shouldn't be as much of a pass rush in front of you. But are you going to be able to sit there and do that in the moment of primetime game, big lights, coach the right way? Is everything going to go exactly how it's been going in these 12 o'clock games? That does matter in these moments. Right. Caleb Williams with the big spotlights on him, with the big cameras on him. How's he going to look in this moment? There's less pressure there, but does he throw a football that's just a dud? He shouldn't have thrown that pick against the Jaguars.
At all.
No, that's a pick that if they come down the other way and you can't answer offensively, they're able to get that done. You don't want to give them momentum in their building. So I think that's really the test that you're asking here. And that's a major test to ask, because if you have a team that when the lights are brightest, you go, all right, I mean, they lights, like suns are light. Good job. You changed the lights. That's the best you had for me. Bet it up. That's the team that I want to buy into. That's the team I want to invest in, whether on the offense or the defensive side. That's the team I look at and say, that's the team that can make the playoffs. Yeah. That's the team that can do something in the playoffs. That's the team that can catch mugs off guard.
So yay or nay before we move on? If you win this game, and if you win this game in a fashion of like, because listen, Jaden Daniels throw a lot to the right. Y'all know how I feel about Flus as a defensive mind. I think he's the best defensive mind in football right now.
He's gonna get high praise.
Put a spot on that, dude.
You throwing a lot to the right, dog. Flus gonna have dudes on the right. Like he just go look at the passing chart and go.
So hold on.
Stand over there.
Let me just add this in. We can keep it short. Since we know the real test isn't going to happen until after we have to the deadline. Realistically, do you make a move before then, and what would you do? So is that yay or nay on offense or defense?
I would buy into the team, and I would buy into the team for the best available player you can get with that Carolina second-round pick. Whether that's Trey Hendrickson, whether that's Matt, it's not going to be Max Crosby. Whether that's Hassan Reddick,
for a second. That's
whether
crazy.
that's whoever it is, I will buy into the best player you can get for that second-round pick.
I'm not giving that pick up.
You're not giving it up. I'm giving it up. I'm the same way.
It's not the first time
I'm not
JC
going
said that.
all in. You're not giving it up.
That was such a setup. Because I'm looking at this flag like, he said, I'm giving it up.
Jesus.
I'm giving it up.
I'm gonna give it up.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I mean, if you go the route of like a Wyatt Teller or Hassan Reddick and you don't have to give up major draft capital, I'm all for it. If you're improving this team, I'm all for it on the offensive line and the defensive line. But if you can't get anybody, keep your picks and be sellers and get even more draft capital for the future.
Breeze Nation, what say you?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, boys. Anybody in the back? Anybody in the back got a you giving it up?
Snap.
Dub got them glasses on. Dub definitely giving it up. Look at them glasses.
Snap.
Dub giving and taking. Dang.
Nah. No, but in all seriousness, though, if we are improving the team, and you can get an elite guy like a Max Crosby, like you mentioned, or somebody that can help out the offensive line, then yeah, I mean, I'm willing to give up draft capital depending on what we got to give up. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the numbers. What do we have to give up to get better? If what we giving up doesn't match or isn't better than what we snap. All
right,
you all right over there?
Like
All right,
Keep going.
okay. Yeah,
Why you put the camera on?
because it threw me off.
Bro, I just moved the mic.
No, but my thing is, if we got to give up too much to get something back, then it's not worth it.
No.
What say you, Drew?
I say we stand pat because it's nobody that we can really afford with the second pick. So I just say stand pat and just 10-7 us and build for the line in the draft. Get our edge rusher, and hopefully we make the playoffs.
Yeah. Don't.
Can you say hopefully we make the playoffs?
Yeah,
What's the term?
because it's a really tough second half. So it's a chance.
The way them games are lumped together, I'm so upset.
It's
I'm not.
It's a chance.
I'm not.
It's a chance
I
we
love
miss
it.
out. It's a chance we
Because
miss out.
you got an opportunity that no rookie quarterback is. Now I can say this for sure. Ain't no rookie quarterback got this opportunity before. You don't give me 9 games to figure it out before I got to play any of the important people.
Yeah.
You can't tell me I'm in a bad spot.
We got
a chance to go 7-2.
Game being in the middle of it, they get
Fine with me.
You mean give me one of the best teams in the league before I got to play the Rams?
We very well could be 7-2 before we get there. And if we 7-2, we almost guaranteeing ourselves a playoff spot. We just got to win 3, at least 3 of our division games.
You realize the whole division is hot right now.
Don't do that.
You go see
slow your roll,
You stop yourself there, Bernie Mac.
Hey, I'm just saying. I can see us winning at least 3 of those games in the division.
I can agree with that.
The Lions. Well,
yeah, we beat everybody once.
Hey, you want to?
I'll take
hold
that.
Hold on. Can we hot take real quick? Can I hot take real quick?
Uh-oh.
Can I hit you with a hot take?
What do you got?
I think the Chicago Bears can beat the Lions in both games.
That's not far fetched to me.
The Chicago Bears, Matt Eberflus has Jared Goff number, and outside of 4 minutes, no, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is the NFL MVP right now, bro.
Not a good quarterback.
That was not. No, you didn't say that.
He ain't Anthony Richardson.
No, I am going to defend. I'm like, no, that's a good
I'll defend Jared Goff. That's a good quarterback up there, dog. That's crazy work.
I think he's
that's nasty work.
Really good team.
Yeah, that's what good quarterbacks do.
They do that.
Yeah,
he's okay.
Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time that benefited from a really good team.
He's
really
got 7 good reasons why he is versus Goff is faltered.
You know what else he's got?
Faltered.
He's got 7. He's got 7 good offensive lines
and 7 good defenses.
What I mean, Goff lost the Super Bowl, and then they lost. They couldn't get it. They didn't. They should have got the Super Bowl last year.
Did you say he got to a Super Bowl?
Goff against the Rams.
With the Rams.
Anybody else in the division?
I just love the mindset of like,
what?
Anybody
he
else
made
in the
it to a
division
championship, but nah, he wasn't that good.
Anybody else in the division make it
There's
to
a
a
lot
Super
of
Bowl?
guys that got that they didn't necessarily.
Caleb ain't never been to a Super Bowl because he's rookie. Sam Donald ain't never been there unless he was on the bench. No, he ain't never been there.
What are you talking?
Jordan Love, I don't think he even sniffed the. I mean, like to say, oh, he got that.
You
but
can't
he failed.
say Caleb Williams' rookie year.
He was in.
I'm saying he's an
Divisional.
okay quarterback. He's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's great. He has a good coordinator. He's got some good skill position players, and they got a really good offensive line. They have a good team. It is a really good team.
It's not a punishment, Joel, to be a good quarterback on a good team. I don't like it. It's just a weird. It's like, what do you want? You want him to be a good quarterback on? Like, you want him to be Archie Manning?
No, I don't.
Archie Manning was a good quarterback on a team that was letting him get murdered.
If we're gonna be real,
guys that they're good quarterbacks. They're not necessarily going to win the whole thing.
Jared Goff is not going to beat us.
That's
Monty.
So, okay.
No, hold on. Wait.
He's so good. He's going to
Monty
beat us.
might though, because
Monty might.
We don't do well against the run, and we haven't all season.
Yes, but you're praising him as if he's all. So if he's so good, then why do you think we can beat him? Then?
Joe, right now, he's the NFL MVP.
Well, we'll see what happens when he plays us.
All I'm saying is he's good.
It's only
enough.
6 games.
Matter of fact, you already gonna owe me a steak for that dang.
I don't know about that.
You gonna owe me
I
a
don't know
steak.
about that. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm owing you a steak on that. You gotta show me that. But hey, man, we're gonna keep this thing moving along. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. We're going way too long on this topic.
And
having a good show,
super chat. The offensive line
super chat from here. I ain't gonna lie to you. We might not get to the Lonzo topic. We might have to talk about that on the Morning Breeze with Jordan JC and Pat the designer.
More details.
Well, yeah, actually, we did talk about it.
It'd be a real quick topic.
We did talk about that. This morning. What was the super chat? What was the super chat?
Jason Clegg said, shout out to Jason Clegg. Offensive line is played better behind better offensive line play, which is played bad defensive lines. Defense is Super Bowl ready.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Another super chat.
We got another
No, Tana in the chat. Shout out to Tana. Question:
Tana.
Can we finally win against the Packers? What up, fellas? Well, that is the question. Hey, look. I think the Bears have a chance to sweep the Lions. We will split with the Packers.
We will split,
so they can sweep the MVP. Oh, okay, good job. Anyways, we're moving on to the next topic.
You know, Nick Foles beat the Super Bowl winner the year that he won the Super Bowl. No, yeah, and the MVP.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So
I'm just saying. Hey, let's keep this thing moving along, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. He the dude that hype up Clyde Drexler, but hate somebody that made the championship.
Yes, man.
He be like, Clyde was cold. Clyde had game, brother.
No, I'm not. You're saying that Clyde is good. I'm saying he's an okay guy. He's good, but not going to get you over the hump. That's all. That's what Jared Goff is to me.
The fact that you just said okay guy and Clyde is crazy to me.
Finals and just ran into the greatest player
I'm saying
ever.
Clyde is an okay guy, just the top
Clyde
50
got
great.
to the finals and lost to the
Okay.
He couldn't beat Magic.
Hold
he
up.
couldn't beat Isaiah, and now he couldn't.
Those are all-time greats.
I'm just saying he went to the finals a number.
Hey, Clyde resume alone
and did win.
Right. What I'm saying is he's a good
Hold up. Okay, by your logic, Tom Brady's not the GOAT.
I didn't say that.
Tom Brady lost 3 times.
Yes.
He won a lot more.
Tom Brady lost to a backup quarterback.
Yes.
He won a lot more.
And he lost to a guy whose touchdown to interception ratio is the same number.
The epitome of mid.
He didn't lose to him.
He is the epitome of mid.
The mid defender.
I don't defend
Hold on. Yes, he did.
No, he did.
Yes, he did. You want to know why he did?
He outplayed him twice.
The defense was down until who made a throw that, yes, a miracle throw that ended up putting you in position to win the game.
I don't know. You tell me.
Eli Manning.
Oh,
twice.
Interesting.
That defense was down in both games
Twice.
to the GOAT and lost to a quarterback that put him up.
Okay.
So
Great.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
I
beat him twice.
I love the Joe Quick.
I beat him twice.
I'm just saying. I love
He's
Joe's
great.
logic, and then you find like this chasm that you could drive a truck into,
No,
and then he
it's not.
goes, "Okay, yeah, you got it.
That's
You
not-
know everything.
Okay.
You know
You know
everything,
everything, don't
I
you,
just call
Jordan?
it
Hey, Jordan,
opinion.
you know everything.
I don't think that Jared Goff is that guy.
Same mentality with Monopoly. Oh, you winning? I quit. No,
I didn't say that.
Hey, he's gonna get
happy that you.
He do give up in Monopoly.
He get real tired. He get real tired.
Hey,
it's time to go. I'm not gonna play a second game.
Hey, Joe definitely is the type. I got that boardwalk on the first row. He said, "Start the game over." I was like, he said, "Run it back, just give him the win." I was like, "Damn, you gonna force quit?" He force quit online. Joe wouldn't make it an online play. Joe would not make it a video game online play.
Let's get to this.
Let's get to this.
We gotta get moving, man. Let's go.
We definitely got to get moving, man.